Good afternoon on Tuesday. Actually, Monday. What am I thinking of Tuesday for? It's Monday. Yeah, what am I thinking Tuesday for? It's Monday, July 14th,
It
2025.
is Monday, yes.
I was wondering about that. Why am I thinking Tuesday?
You're jumping ahead?
Is it because I'm excited? I don't know if is it because Mike Ross is coming up tomorrow? I don't know.
It might be, but that is exciting.
I don't know. Oh. Yes, check out the broadcast map updates for that. Actually, I gotta turn my mic volume down. It's a little loud. Hang on.
A little, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna turn down now. Okay, there we go. I think okay, that's better. That is better.
There you go.
That's better. Yeah, because now just to kind of give a little bit of a technical overview here, that I also I'm using. See, we're also here. What's now, and we are live now, by the way, and we're using Audio Hijack to feed the live stream, to feed the audio to go live. And Audio Hijack, I really like it because I have an output block connected to my mic, and I have that on. So I can hear in my headphones, I can hear the volume, I can hear myself, and I can hear how loud the volume is, or how low it is, and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Very cool that you can have it like that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Audio Hijack honestly has saved my life many times.
Wow, yeah, it seems like a really good setup, and now everyone has a bit of a behind the scenes knowledge.
Yes. Do we need a crowd cheer here? Do we need a crowd cheer?
Maybe. If you can put one in, that'd be great.
Yes, I believe we do. Okay, there we go. Studio sounds off. So yes, how about a crowd cheer?
How about it?
Oh, we're going to stick that in again because now we just made sure that our sounds will also be recorded here in our Audio Hijack recording. Here we go. Had to go for the extended one today.
Nice.
And I just noticed I just turned the Fargo block on the Audio Hijack. Just noticed it wasn't even on. Well, anyway, that's okay. Oh man, see, we're figuring this out, aren't we?
We are. It's just the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Now we're all set to go.
We're all good. How about that on a Monday afternoon? Huh?
On a Monday afternoon. And we should also mention here that you and I are going on vacation this week.
We are. So just so everyone's aware, there won't be a show next Monday, but we will be back on the 24th at our usual time. But until then, we're taking a vacation.
We most certainly are on Thursday. So we'll back on the 24th, on Thursday the 24th.
That's the day. And
yes.
I'm
And I mean,
sure
and there will be reminders of that as well.
Oh, of course. And I'm sure everyone can tell we are fired up about getting on that vacation. But of course, we love being here.
Oh, of course. No, we you know what? No, we certainly do. You know what? We do. We really do. I think, you know what? I feel we'll miss it during the vacation.
I think we will. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Because, you know why? Because, see, it just shows that we enjoy our jobs. That's all.
It does. It gives a sense of routine. It's a really fun thing to get to do every week. And we hope everyone enjoys them as well.
Well, the most important thing is we do. So, you know.
Yeah. We enjoy coming in here and talking about books, discussing what we read.
Yeah, no, we enjoy it. So, you know, that's the most important thing.
It is. I absolutely agree with you.
There we go.
So what are we discussing this week?
Yeah, what are we discussing this week?
We are going to start talking about the great courses, How to Say It, Words That Make a Difference, which is written by Alison Fredericks and narrated as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm almost actually at the end of the book. In fact, by the end of today, we'll make it to the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I could see how you got there so quickly.
Yes. Now, I feel like where, like, and honestly, I totally, like, I enjoy or I really appreciate and like the concepts here that it presents. The important things for me are communication, and also words that have the emotional aspect, from negative as well and positive, and as well as there was one concept that was mentioned that I kind of forgot today, but those are kind of and even like cultural sort of words. It gets into a lot of that, and I can always appreciate those kinds of messaging.
It's really fascinating, isn't it? Like all the different aspects of communication, because you can say communication as kind of an umbrella term that's all encompassing in a lot of ways, but it's really interesting how she kind of breaks it down, and it becomes about so much more than just how you interact with someone. As you say, I really enjoyed the idea of, because I got to one of the lectures as well that was about the link between culture and language and how the two mirror each other and inform each other constantly. It's fascinating to me that with something like, she talks about the dictionary and how people take that sort of as, this is prescribed, this is what language is, this is the correct spellings or the correct words, but really it's always evolving, and language is always evolving, and they inform each other constantly. The language we use informs the culture that we create, because ultimately culture is created by people, and the culture informs the language, and it's an endless sort of loop. And I never really, you know, thought of that idea too intensely before, but she really puts things into really great terms that help you kind of see things about your own communication or about the importance of ideas of communication in general.
The art of communication as well.
It is kind of an art, isn't it? Because there's so much thought that needs to go into what are going to be the right word choices to achieve the goal that I have in mind. Even if you don't think you have a goal, ultimately in a conversation you do. And there's sort of the idea of how there's the overt goals in a conversation that you maybe come in with, and there's the ones that are a bit under the surface. And all of them inform the words you use. And you can always. She sort of discusses how people tend to make excuses for why they choose the words they do, but ultimately we have the choice of our words and no one else does. There's nothing else that really impacts it except our own choices.
Yeah, and I personally take communication. I take it a step further.
Would you like to expand on that?
Yeah, like if somebody asked me, I would certainly say all the things that that you just said. But I also add here, it also involves excellent listening skills as well.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Because listening skills, because it's very like, and it comes back to see different types of personalities as well, where which kind of comes down to, and that's why it makes see communication, that's why that piece is very unique. Like communication is very unique because of that sort of like, because when you've got different personalities and you have different, different different ways, like you kind of learn the art of communication.
Exactly. I really like what you said there about different personalities because everyone has a different path that they've been on. Everyone has a different lived experience, and that informs how you're going to communicate, and that informs how you receive meaning and communication from others. You might not have the same points of reference that someone does, and that can lead to miscommunication. That can lead to a lot of challenges at times, but that can also make really great things happen in terms of interactions or building connections.
Yes. So what's the poll question? What is the poll question this week?
Oh gosh, there are so many different ways to look at that. You can pull a lot of things.
Go for it. Put out this week's poll question here. Feel free to go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something. Maybe what what do you think makes good communication? How do you think it's best to how can you be productive and communicate?
What does communication mean to you? That
Yeah,
would be the poll question.
that's a really good question.
Let us know. Let us know. Let us know in the poll questions section on Discord.
Yes, please. You can drop us an email, leave a comment on the YouTube. There's a lot of ways to do it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. See, and that's really what the importance of is. I'm reminded here of one of One of my uh, one of my instructors, former instructors, who I am still connected with a little bit, haven't in a while, but on communication. And one of the things that and she did a lot, and she like she the call center course really focused on on effective communication
Hmm.
and customer service skills and all that good stuff. So I think that would be like certainly, we that you and I certainly can expand upon the topic of communication for the next show when we come back.
Well, certainly. I've still got a good chunk of the book left to go, and I'm sure there'll be other concepts that open up different areas of discussion and different opportunities. So I absolutely look forward to continuing that.
Yeah, and maybe we can also kind of touch on high road leadership a little bit as well. And in a little bit, I'm looking at picking that one back up again.
Yeah, I didn't get around to it this week, but I'll be looking at picking it back up as well.
Me neither. As well as I did do a little bit more of Daisy Jones and the Six. That one's a bit of an interesting one, isn't it?
It really is. What has changed to make you feel that it's interesting in a different way than you maybe said before?
Well, I would say it's different than the other two books that we just mentioned.
Oh, well, absolutely, completely different.
Right? Like, it also shows that how the two can work together on putting a band together and the two different personalities.
It does, and there's a lot to do with communication there, I think.
Yeah.
What they're willing to say, what they're not willing to say. Even I there's this one line, and thank you for kind of saying this about the two working together, because it's reminded me that there is a line that Daisy says about how honest are we getting here, that she says to who we're assuming is sort of the interviewer in this situation. And the thing that I find interesting about that is because I don't know about you, but I can get into sort of a zone with this book where it feels like a story, and obviously it is, but the real conceit of what the book is that it's meant to kind of be an interview of all these band members, and her saying that reminds you that in this world you're dealing with people who are, for all intents and purposes, real, and who maybe the things that they're saying aren't the whole truth or are part of their what they kind of have allowed themselves to remember as the truth. And how do you communicate that, and what sort of story does that create?
Yeah, that's a very good sort of point, isn't it? Because well, that is certainly where that it certainly where it kind of goes. Sorry, I just turned my volume up a little bit by accident there. I think we're good now.
Okay,
Are we sounding good? I think we're sounding good now.
we're sounding great.
Yeah. So like that's really, I mean, one of the um the whole side of it, right? Where you kind of are working with um you're working with different uh ideas of personality, right? And personality, and see, and there are two ways, right? It shows how they can work together, and it may even show sometimes personalities are such where they can't work together, where two people can't work together.
That is completely true. And it shows how not only that works through their interactions and their relationship as people who are in this band together, but it shows through the other band members and the other executives or whoever else is around them how they appear. what their interpretation of that working relationship is.
Yeah, definitely, right? That's certainly it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Most definitely. That's really another side of it, and I think where, and I feel like, see, where I think all of these books kind of tie in different ways, but they have a message that it comes back to the same message of communication, is what it comes down to, in a different way.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like how you kind of tied them all together like that, and I can definitely see where you're going with that.
Well, it leaves for more. It leaves for more updates as well.
It does. It makes things really interesting, and it definitely opens up avenues for conversation, as you say.
Oh, I tell you, we have lots to talk about. We're only getting started here. We're only getting this. We're only getting the show started here. We're there's a lot more content coming.
Most definitely.
Yes, and of course we are part. Of course, Allie and McCara's books is also is part of
The Broadcast Map Network.
it. Most certainly is. We all we get to sort of tie that all in, and it's great to be and it's really it's a game changer, and we are totally excited here to be here and putting together. So I think it's that time in the show here where we get to talk about we we will how about we share what's coming up on the next show.
Let's do it. And I've got a bit of an idea. You can tell me what you think of this. So we've got a pretty good little stack of books that we're working with here, right? So I almost wonder if we just, first and foremost, we continue with these, but also because we're on a bit of a vacation, my suggestion would be that we then just read whatever we feel like reading.
I like that idea. Why not? Let's do it. Yes.
Let's do it. So we'll have a very mixed bag of updates. Nice. That is the perfect placement for that. I like that.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, and shall we share what else is coming up on the Broadcast Map network here? So what else is coming up on the Broadcast Map network here? We've got the books panel coming up. So go ahead.
We do. That's going to be on the 25th of July, and we are going to be reading Pierre Poilievre, A Political Life by Andrew Lawton. And what's coming up on Broadcast Map?
On Broadcast Map, the podcast.
Yes.
Okay, so we are so tomorrow, which is July the 15th, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're going to be starting with, we have Mike Ross coming up, who is the public address announcer for the Toronto Maple Leafs at Scotiabank Arena. And one of the topics we are going, and some of the things that we will be discussing are the Maple Leafs traded Ryan Reeves to the San Jose Sharks for Henry Thrun. And does this improve? Does it improve the team or the DNA as for the team, as general manager Brad Treliving put it, that during his press conference, quote, that the team needs a DNA change, quote, a change in DNA. So is this part of it? if you want to hear our thoughts, we will be discussing that with Mike Ross tomorrow. And with the Major League Baseball trade deadlines for coming up as well, on July 29th, I don't think this is out yet. I don't think this is out yet on the website. Did you see an update about it? I don't think so.
Not for the 29th, no.
Okay, well, there will be an update coming up about that. We're going to do, actually, we'll do that today. Since it's out there in audio form.
Right.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Scott Belford is coming back again, who is the host of the Walk Off podcast, which is a Toronto Blue Jays podcast, to discuss what the Jays either should do, or what have they done, or what type, or should they be buyers? What's sort of the implication here that they should look at? So that's coming up.
What an exciting lineup.
Yes, and I know you'll be tuning in as well.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Always.
Yeah. And it's available on YouTube as well. So tune in. We'll be going live tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. Eastern.
Definitely check it out.
And now the most important part.
Yeah, the last bit of business is where to find us. You've got lots of options, as we always say. You've got the Discord, Ali and McCara's Books, YouTube, subscribe over there, like, comment, all the things, Ali and McCara's Books, the website, aliandmccarasbooks.ca for the updates. That is where they go first. All the podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, TuneIn, all the places you want to get your podcasts, you can get them there. And as we always say, the YouTube is the biggest one.
It is, isn't it?
It definitely is. And of course, subscribe to the Books Panel channel and the Broadcast Map podcast channel as well.
Yeah, and they're both as well on Discord at the same handles as well. Details are on the respective sites, broadcastmap.ca as well for that.
Awesome. And be well, everyone, and stay tuned.